I want to watch that person. I watch your shit. I will shit if you do something. Because if you start to, one of my favorite video makers who people thought was worse, Power. I don't know, I really like it. I always thought that Mr. Cinnamon is a very entertaining dude. And he was on point. He was very educated. Power Rangers, PR, was still one of my favorites. And I know we've had issues on other videos. And it just sucks because I see he kind of went away from the TTC. And that's the problem. A lot of the dudes who are good, they kind of go away.
How's everybody doing? It's PR here. I'm back at you with another video. I watched the 1 hour and a half long special by Simus on Hanging Out with D-Town, Part 2, D-Town's Hangout, the special. And I co-sign most of the things that Simus said in that video. Simus and I have had a lot of issues going back and forth for a long time. It used to be an off-season thing. Every off-season, something would happen, something would come up, and him and I would be at each other's throats. We haven't had like big battles because he's a heavy hitter and I'm an analytical guy. That's it. You know, I'm a analytical guy who makes witty responses, and that's it. But I'm not going to air any of that out. I'm not going to point any of it out. I'm going to allow him to, you know, leave his own way out of respect for him. There's a lot of things I could say about him, but I'm not going to. Because out of respect for however he wants to leave. That's him. That's what he wants to do. Personally, I wouldn't come out and, you know, say I was leaving ever again. You know, I did that once and I got ridiculed for it for years. You in the TTC? Are you not in the TTC? Are you in the TTC? You not in the TTC? If I were to ever leave YouTube again, I just wouldn't say anything. That's all it would come down to. But I do disagree with him on many things fundamentally. And there were a few things that I disagreed with him when it came to this. And I'm not going to explain very much, or else this will be a 20-minute video. Why did the TTC fall apart? Why is it ending? The first thing is because everything good comes to an end. Everything. We will all die. Unless someone finds a cure for the non-decaying of our cells, we will all die. Okay, that's number one. Number two is the TTC never really knew whether it was about talking about football or if it was talking trash. I will say right now that in this day and age on YouTube, from what I've seen from the trash talking circle, there are people on here who are more heavy hitters than there were back in the day. There are things that I've heard today said that I would have never seen back in the day. There are things that I've seen done that I've never seen done back in the day. One of the people who I would say that is the most disgusting person I've ever come into contact with on YouTube, Roby Reds, the guy who, you know, killed his family off. I remember D-Town made a video about him. I think this is the worst thing I've ever said about anybody. I remember D-Town made a video where, you know, Roby Reds faked his own death. Surprise, surprise. I'd watch out if I was his kids, because, you know, he might fake their death too. But D-Town made a video where he was like, Roby Reds, he died. It was a good acting job, by the way, D-Town. But my response to that was good. It's probably the worst thing I've ever said on here. Good. It'd be a better place without that dude. But it was about whether it was talking trash or whether it was talking football. You know, there were some things that I said about people that probably weren't that nice, or especially the Slita paternity test video. That's probably one thing that I did that wasn't very nice. But I always tried to keep it football, right? And I understand that people were bored by that. People didn't really like that stuff. Again, I'm an analytical guy. I'm not somebody who is going to go after you. I'm not somebody who is going to attack you on that personal of a level. You know, I'll joke around with you and that's it. You know, I'm not gonna make you feel bad. Even if I tried, I wouldn't be able to do that. So that's the first thing. Nobody was ever able to find a common ground. Trash talking is subjective. You know, if you like somebody and they're not good, obviously you'll think better about them. If they're in your fan base, right, and they're not so good, they're kind of cringeworthy, you'll still be like, oh yeah, he's good. And then if someone said something bad to you, you'd be like, you're awful. You're the worst trash talker that ever lived. Even if that person is better than the other person who you like. Right? That's another issue completely by itself. You know, you would have people who were like the heavy hitters, and it's like Donald Trump. They could burn down a building with a bunch of orphan children in it, with like 100 orphan children in it. And you'd be like, oh yeah, he's great. He's awesome. He's my best friend, right? Nobody would ever say anything negative about that person. But if you were not a heavy hitter and you did something questionable, then they would absolutely go after you. It's like hounds. It's like, you know, wolves. You'd be thrown to the wolves. I don't know why I said cat. I don't know why I did that. Next reason why the TTC went by the wayside, it was because of trolls. Trolls, and the fact that when a troll was out there trying to get attention, people would make videos about that troll. People would make videos recognizing that troll. People like Year of the Tiger. I remember that dude. I got him to say so many things. I think the gatekeeper thing, that was me. I told him to do that. Little known fact for anyone who remembers that time. The Guff Wave. J-Wad making videos about the GPK. Big Gravy. Anyone who actually really took that guy seriously, that dude was nothing more than a troll. Who calls themselves the Big Bad Booty Shaker? That is one of the most questionable things that I've ever heard in my life. And there are a few trolls on here. One troll made like 5 videos about me. I didn't even watch them, but he kept making videos about me. That's the thing. I could smell out a troll from a mile away. One thing I respect about Copizzle, you know, the thing that I respect about him the most is the fact that he will not go after you if you don't get views. Otherwise, he's like, bye. Which is totally smart. People go after him because, you know, he dodges people. That is so smart, because if you accidentally go after a troll, you know, your internet life will just be miserable. So, people went after trolls. They gave trolls too much airtime. I'm definitely not all about that. And the final reason why the TTC died out, besides the fact that it was extremely mundane, and you know, I think I had made like a lot of videos, probably like 10 videos entitled Giants Hate Week Part 2, Cowboys Hate Week Part 3, Redskins Hate Week. Actually, I don't think I ever had a hate week with the Redskins. I really don't care about the Redskins, no offense. But it was just the mundaneness. And the fact that we all had personal lives. And there were always people on YouTube who would try to get into our personal lives. They'd be calling our bosses, what is it, RTL 70, the Cardinals fan. He had his boss, someone called his boss from YouTube and showed him his videos and got him fired. Which is so incredibly messed up. It's definitely not something that I had signed up for, but in an effect, you know, it's something that you always had to worry about. You know, we made videos towards each other, but you were responsible for what you said, but you always thought that there was a common ground of, I won't call your boss, I won't call your employer if you happen to say something idiotic, right? If you happen to say something that crossed some kind of line. I remember when people were, like 2 particular individuals, they made 2 different YouTube channels. One was my mom's name, and one was my sister's name, and they had found their, like, LinkedIn picture. Those are the only 2 channels I've ever flagged down in my life on YouTube. But, like, I was like, that was a point in time where I was like, dude, this is some childish stuff that's going on. Like, people actually took the time of day to create a YouTube channel for not only my mother, but also my sister. Kind of, in a way, like, very sickening. And, you know, I will definitely stand here and I will apologize for any childish thing that I've ever done on here. And by the way, I've done a lot of childish things, but I've never done anything childish like that. Never. So, that coupled with bets, anyone who does bets on here, why? Why? Why would you do a bet on here? Every bet that I've done on here, I've paid all my bets back. Right? I think Meet the Mets, I had 1. Schlepp, I had 2. Tyler Spence, I had 1. Go 57 Mets. Meet the Mets. Wrong Soldiers. In any way, shape, or form, doing bets. A lot of people welching on bets, that ruined it for me. Yeah, it completely ruined it for me. People will be like, why aren't you making a bet? Because there's a low possibility that you're going to get me what I want, okay, when I win the bet. On the other side of the spectrum, if I lose, you'll be hounding me for hours, being like, where's my money? Where's my money? And all that stuff. But this video has gone on long enough. That's my response. It was a good video. It was a good hangout. It was very entertaining. And Simus, good luck on whatever you're going to do. Good luck on whatever you're going to be. However you're going to present yourself on the internet. Like I said, I will respect your wishes because I know that's something that I would want done for me. And that's all I have. Everyone have a nice day.